episode 2 of Duelmasters. I, Ali, am playing as Comus the Curious, and I find myself in a mysterious inn talking to sort of weird guy selling potions. Alchemist, yeah, is completely above board. And Nick, who are you and where are you?
I am Volcana Flamebringer, and I'm in a Witch King's sort of temple-y, horrible place. It was what was it? It was like a big skull. The Citadel of the Skull, that's right. Made out of black obsidian stone.
You potentially jumped in a bit too deep.
Yeah, maybe. Face to face with this big lord, and we both reached a weight point, didn't we?
We did.
So that's where we finished off at the end of episode 1.
Yes.
So why don't you kick it off with what happens next?
Okay, well, the alchemist that I spoke to was selling a selection of spells, but because I've just started, I have no gold, so he is useless to me. So it's been a complete waste of my time. So it tells me where I can go next.
So basically, are you faced with some options of things to buy?
Yes,
None
it
of which you
basically
can
says, here are the potions you can buy. Once you've sorted out what you're going to buy, now you can move on. So the places I can go to next are the Sea of Glass, the Forest of Arden, the Silvered Spires, the Citadel of the Skull, or the Palace of Flames. Which is kind of a shame, because I wanted to talk to everyone in the inn, but it seems like...
Well, I think you can always remember, Rainbow Inn is in the middle, isn't it? Because we've got this map here that we're looking at. It's like sort of 3 concentric rings. There's the outer ring, the middle sort of ring, and then the centre point, which is just Rainbow Inn. So I think it probably, any time you're done with a place, you can invoke the portals and head back to the Rainbow Inn. So don't worry.
Well, yeah, it's not on the list of options though, but anyway.
No, because you're there at the minute.
No, I know.
So any other place you go to, it'll be on your list of options.
That's true.
I bet.
It's just silly I have to leave the inn to go to talk to someone else in the inn.
Oh, I see. Ah, I didn't think of that. Well, yeah, so you have to follow the book. You know, what can we say? All right, well, where are you going to go then?
I think I like the sound of the Forest of Arden.
Okay, well, off you go. Because until you get...
So I turn to paragraph 79.
Off you go.
That's the pages turning, not a fart. Right, here we go. The portal disappears behind you and you find yourself surrounded by trees at the centre of a small clearing. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to say the code. LDC.
Okay, well, I'm obviously not at a paragraph
LDC.
yet. So
okay, all right. The sun beats down, but within the trees is dark gloom. It is silent in the clearing and you feel alone, far from the security of your fellow men and their dwellings. Although you can hear nothing, the forest feels full of life, full of unseen eyes spying on you. This is a place enchanted with green magic, a place where nature is untouched by man. If your opponent's paragraph is headed LDC, turn to 109, but yours isn't. No. You're sort of not at a place yet. If your opponent has recorded the code word Plato, have you recorded then I won't bother with any of that. The tinkling of bells and piping of flutes reaches you, strangely bright and clear through the trees. If you are a druid, you can see the opening of a narrow path to your arbour under a myrtle bush. If you wish to enter the haven of your arbour, wait and turn to 149, otherwise read on. So
You're not a druid,
I'm not a druid, so I don't see that opening of a narrow path to my arbour under a myrtle bush.
No, you don't see it at all.
No, walk right past it.
Very hard to describe such a thing if you haven't seen it.
So, 2 muddy tracks leave the clearing. One leads off in the direction from which you think the music is coming. The other disappears into the gloom in the opposite direction, and I'm now told to wait. Great.
Okay. Well, then I will continue until I get a weight, which is how it's supposed to work.
Yes.
So obviously, I just to update us all, I realised that the Witch King has what looks like human remains in a glass-fronted box in front of him, and he looks up, and the Witch King's stare seems to burn into my brain. And then it says, if you are a pyromancer or a necromancer, turn to 258. And I am a pyromancer.
Ooh.
So I am going to turn to 258. I reckon that being somewhat slightly evil is going to work in my favour here. So let's just see if I'm right. So I've got to read out the letter CTN.
No, I'm LDC.
Fair enough. You stand uncertain as to your reception for a moment. But at length, the Witch King smiles. It's probably not a good thing. As he does, his eyeballs roll up into his head momentarily in a most disquieting way. He holds out his hand in welcome, and his courtiers relax slightly. Have you come for the relics, mage? He inquires softly. And then it says wait.
Oh.
So off you go.
Okay. So I'm going to go on with my journey through the forest. So I can either take the path towards the music or the gloomier path Or I can invoke the portals and bugger off somewhere else. But I'm going to follow the music, so I'm going to go to 169.
Always follow the music.
Always follow the music.
I feel like that's sound
probably
advice.
some cool rave or something.
Probably a forest rave.
169. Forest rave. It's pretty standard. Okay, so I'm still LDC. Right. As soon as you set foot on the path, the music seems to draw you on. By the time you reach a second, larger clearing, you are almost running, and there is a merry laughter all around you as you pull up so abruptly you skid on the damp turf. All around you are people with grinning green lips and enormous amber eyes. You have stumbled across the revels of the Sylvan Fairies. They are a beautiful people, beautiful far beyond human beauty. Looking from face to face, you cannot find a single blemish on their pale green skin. The music begins again, enslaving your senses and captivating you utterly. If you have the code word Firebird, which I don't think I do, check my character sheet. No, I don't. If I did, I would ask you if you had recorded the code word Visigoth.
I haven't.
But I don't, and so I don't. If the answer is yes, or you do not have the code word Thunder, turn to 289. If you have the code word Corniche, or the code word Vandal, turn to 289. Otherwise, read on.
Nothing's happening yet.
No, it says wait twice.
It says wait twice.
Yeah, so you have 2 goes.
Oh, okay, well.
So you get a wait and you get to ignore it.
So obviously, this Witch King is smiling at me and asks her, have you come for the relics? And I have 2 options. Will I ask him for a boon, or will I ask for the relics?
Ooh.
So, I came here for power. I'm going to be totally honest with you. The reason I chose Citadel of the Skull was because I'm this, hot-headed, flame-bringer sorceress woman. All I'm in this is to win. So I'm going to ask him. I'm just going to go all out. I'm going to ask him for them relics.
He probably appreciates people being straight with him.
Yeah, these books are great.
I don't think skeletons like deceit.
I don't think he's a skeleton.
Oh.
He's a Witch King.
Oh.
Anyway, CTN?
Now I'm
No.
LDC.
The Witch King laughs, but the mirth turns to ferocity. He shouts, but no sound comes out. Instead, a bolt of black lightning erupts from his mouth and slams into you, hurling you against the polished obsidian wall.
Uh-oh.
Lose 4 life points.
Oh, no.
Oh, nuts. Where are my life points? They're there.
This is awesome. I won't even ever have to fight you. I think we're going to be dead long before I ever meet.
If you are still alive, which I am, at 16, the Witch King says, defeating the saint cost me dear, magician. I shall not surrender these potent relics to any fool who may let them fall into the hands of good. Begone, fool! He summons the portals for you while his courtiers snigger at your discomfiture. He can cast the deathlight again at will, so you decide to leave.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, the book's decided for me because I'm an idiot. Worth a shot though, I think. Then I've got to wait, but of course I get to continue on.
You do.
Where will I attempt to forget this humiliation?
Drown your sorrows at the Rainbow Inn.
The Sacred Grove, the Forest of Art, the Palace of Flames, or the Rainbow Inn? Ooh. Well, you know what? Oh, I don't know.
You can always find a friend at the Rainbow Inn. I feel like that's what you need right now.
Thing is, though, I'm kind of evil, and I think I'm more likely to find a friend at the Palace of Flames. Because that's where I'm from.
That's true.
So I think I might head there. Yeah, radical as that sounds. So that's 16. So off I trot. Diddly-do. Opening them portals. FXH. Nope. The vista which opens up before you as you step from the portal is like a madman's vision of hell. The hateful heat makes everything waver like a mirage, but the brass palace of flames is so large that you would have trouble believing in it in any case. Nevertheless, the 50 levels of brazen walkways which circle and intertwine around it are as real as the hairs on your head. 2 great bulbous domes top the palace. Inside one of them lives the Flame Lord, Caliph of the Ifriti, the beings of flame that inhabit the city palace. If your opponent has recorded the code word Tumulus, turn to 36.
Nope, I don't have a code word.
And it also says if you'd like to cast an ambuscade here, I can record a code word and cross the spell off my list.
Well, that's up to you, isn't it? If you want to secretly do that, I won't look.
Yeah. Anyway, then I've got to wait.
Okay.
And it's you.
It is me. So I've been dancing.
Having a great old
with the
rave.
beautiful green men and women. The feeling of a quest which needs to be completed nags at the back of your mind. At last you recover some of your wits, and staving off a desire to sleep, you decide to make contact with the Sylvan Fairies. These are a shy people, and they draw back from you as you approach, still playing their wonderful music. One of them is holding a large book which is bound in the pink and green livery colours of the bards. It must be the Book of the Bards, you realise. Will you whisper quietly to the fairies, saying hello, walk out amongst them carefully, or race out and grab one of them and demand that they give you the book? Well, I'm Comus the Curious, so I think I would whisper hello to them and try and strike up a conversation. So I'm going to turn to 329.
Sounds about right.
So off I go.
Off you trot to 329.
Right, LDC still. If your opponent also has LDC, which you don't, we would turn to 109. There is a chorus of dulcet greetings all around the clearing. There must be more of the Sylvan Fairies than you had imagined. You say that you have come in search of the Book of the Bards. One of them asks why you want it. Will you tell them that you are the author and that it is rightfully yours? Or tell the woeful story of the beast that wishes to learn how to sing? It's a bit weird, those are my only two options.
So what are the options again?
Either tell them that I wrote the book and
so
it's
lie.
mine. Yeah. Or lie by telling a woeful story of the beast that wishes to learn how to sing. I'm going to tell them that one.
Okay.
Because pity is easy. Right, 369. LDC again. When you have finished your tale of woe about the love-struck beast which is horribly ugly and in love with the princess of the Rainbow Land, the most beautiful woman ever born, the Sylvan Fairies are all in tears.
Aww.
When you describe how the beast pines all alone, groaning under a black sheet, with the one hope that with the Book of the Bards he may win his love's heart by singing her love songs, it is too much for the forest folk to bear. They beg you to take the book and give it to the beast. Note down that you have the Book of the Bards and record the code word vandal. They show you back to the first clearing where you may invoke the portals once again. Where will you explore next? The Rainbow Inn, the Citadel of the Skull, the Silvered Spires, or the Phoenix Crags?
Phoenix Crags.
Well,
You better note down that stuff you got.
Yes, I'm going to note it down during your go.
Oh, okay.
But I kind of want to go back to the Rainbow Inn.
Well, do it.
Yeah, sorry to be a bit boring,
that's where
but
it won't be boring.
that's where I'm going to
talk
go.
some
I'm going to
people.
keep that page up so I can write down those bits.
Okay.
So I just need to make sure that I don't have to do anything else. So 669 CTH.
Nope.
The portal fades behind you, and you are facing the Rainbow Inn, a brick and wood building with stables attached, standing at a crossroads near the River Weir. There is a well nearby, and beyond it a black door hangs in the air, just off the ground. The sign outside the inn shows not the natural colours of the rainbow, but the 5 colours of magic in the land: blue, red, green, white and black. So if you had CTH, we would fight. If not, I read on. I may fill my water bottle in the river, but it's already full. And now I must wait, so it is over to you.
There we go. Okay. Well, I'm obviously at the Palace of the Ifriti. The Palace of Flames, sorry. So I'm allowed to move freely into the palace courtyard. Will I descend into the palace dungeons, or mount one of the wide staircases towards the staterooms? Or if I am a pyromancer, I may duck through a secret door into the inner sanctum and relax in the heat that is comfortable to me.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Or, of course, I can invoke the portals and go somewhere else. Well, I'm going to pop into the inner sanctum and relax in a heat that's comfortable to me, because I've taken a bit of a beating, and I don't know whether I'll be able to heal there, or whether, that's just what my character would do. I just need a little bit of comfort right now.
Bit of R&R.
A bit of R&R, exactly. So, in I go. FXH, which I'm sure you don't have.
Nope.
The narrow spiral staircase that winds downwards in an unsuspected gap between 2 rooms brings you to a cosy little nook warmed and lit by a pillar of roaring flame that runs from the furnaces beneath the city up great chimneys with cutaway sections in every room to the staterooms above. Here you may relax and rejuvenate your powers. For every turn which you wait here, you may restore 1 lost life point and 1 concentration point.
Oh, that's good.
If this is your first visit to your flame-lit hideaway, you may reach into the flames and retrieve an engraved slate from a cranny inside the chimney. It is an ambuscade scroll and acts as an ambuscade spell, and so I can add an ambuscade to my list of magics.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just pull it on out of the fire.
I just grabbed it with my old hands. Alright, let me just note that down there. There we go. Okay. And then I've got to wait. And of course, if I do wait here, then I'm going to get a life point back.
Yes.
So I'm going to do that, and it's over to you.
Okay, so back at the old Rainbow Inn, I can go to the well, I can try the black door, or I can walk towards the inn. Or, of course, I can invoke the portals and go somewhere else. I'm kind of curious about the black door hanging in the air.
I would be.
I'm going to go through that. Because I know who's in the inn.
Yeah.
It's going to be that grumpy guy with the horse. It's going to be the alchemist, or it's going to be
The other dude.
the other old dude sitting
With some
there.
scrolls or something.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to go through the black door, which is 709. What does that mean for me and my fate? Dun dun dun. Right, CTH. The black door has a large, even blacker keyhole in it. You cannot push it open. If you have not recorded the code word thunder, you are unable to prise the door open and you must wait, then turn back to 669 and choose again. So I'm now waiting, so it's your go.
Ah, right, because you can't open the door. Alright, so I've recovered a life point. I don't think I'm going to hang around for any longer because...
You sure? Seems like a good opportunity.
You just want another opportunity
I just want to
talk.
Yeah. It's all about me.
Yeah. Now I'm going to keep exploring. So I can go back into the palace courtyard. I'm allowed to move freely in the palace courtyard. Will I descend into the palace dungeons or mount one of the wide staircases towards the staterooms? I'm going to go into the palace dungeons. 96. Here I go. I'm not scared. I'm a little bit scared. FXH. It becomes hotter and hotter as you descend staircase after staircase towards the dungeons, which are just above the enormous furnaces beneath the palace. Guards come and go, but you have not yet been spotted. At last you have reached the deepest part of the palace. The heat warms the soles of your feet, even through your boots. If you've recorded the code word metamorphosis, then turn to 196, which I have not. Otherwise, you are confronted by a row of cells, some occupied, others empty. A beautiful young girl languishes in silver chains inside one of them, but you will not risk your chances of becoming Duelmaster by trying to rescue her. Besides, there is a burly torturer standing guard nearby. You set off through the lower reaches of the palace, and I haven't been told to wait. So it's you.
You have been told.
Sorry, I have just been... Yeah.
Okay. So, right, the black door didn't really work out. Oh, I'm going to go to the well.
Okay.
There could be something dodgy about the well. You never know. I like to check out...
cholera.
I like to check out all of the nooks and crannies of areas.
I know you do.
Right.
You know what I'm like. I like to just bullheadedly smash into things.
So, I'm at the well.
Oh, yeah.
The well is very deep. If you have the silver cross or have been cursed for slaying the fat verger of the Cathedral of the Silvered Spires, which I haven't, the fat verger, you may throw the cross down and the curse will be lifted, but the cross is gone forever since the well is bottomless.
Oh, no.
There is nothing else to be gained at the well other than water to fill your water bottle, and now I have to wait.
Oh. Well, this is what you get for exploring all the nooks and crannies.
Such a waste of my time.
It's taking all your time up. So after my wait, it just says turn to 176. So I'm not going to save that princess girl. I'm just going to carry straight on, like the...
I'm going to write that down though, that I need the
person,
silver, the what was it? The silver cross at the well, because if I ever get the silver cross, then I'll remember.
As I wander on through the labyrinthine twists of the passages, you can hear the roar of furnaces beneath your feet. Columns of flame roar upwards through great chimneys to heat the palace. Suddenly, a blaze of flames spurts through the vent of one of the chimneys and takes on the form of an Ifrit, a being composed entirely of flame. It attacks you and you lose 3 life points in its fiery embrace. Oh, goodness me. If you still live, you manage to break free and invoke the portals before it can burn you to a cinder. Oh, I'm not having any luck here.
So your life is now...
14.
Awesome.
And then I get a wait. So it's your turn.
Right, so I'm just going to go into the inn now because I've had a look around here and yeah, it's all boring. So 729, back to there. CTH. Right. Have you recorded the code word varlet?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay then. So outside the inn, tethered to a water trough, is a magnificent black warhorse, caparisoned in black with polished barding lined with velvet. He's still there from before. So do I want to steal him? No, I don't. So I'm going to turn to 789 and go inside. CTH.
Nope.
Inside the inn is warm and smoky. The familiar smells of wine, mead and pipeweed mingle agreeably. I could read all that out again. It's the same as last episode. Anyway, it's nice. It's nice in here. So there are 3 people in here. One is a shifty-looking character dressed in grey with a slim sword. One is dressed like a wizard peering at a scroll, and the third is a large man dressed in full plate armour as black as night with a great 2-handed sword on the table in front of him. So he is with the horse from outside. So I would like to go and talk to him. So I'm going to go and sit with the Black Knight. So I turn 633.
Okay.
Hey, pal. Right, the Black Knight pushes back the visor on his helm to reveal a brutal visage, coarsened through lack of regard for human life. His dark eyes bore into you, but he says, "Well met, stranger. Have you the look of one who needs the help of a strong sword arm? Will you tell him that you are trying to become Duelmaster of the Rainbow Land, that you are looking for someone who can help you to take revenge on the man who killed your mother, or ask him if he knows what the black door is hanging in the air outside?" I'm going to ask him about the door because it's the only thing that doesn't involve lying. Yes, what is the black door hanging outside? Turn to 81. 81, CTH still. It is the doorway to limbo, says the Black Knight enigmatically. What is limbo, you ask? But he closes his visor with a clang, indicating that the discussion is already at an end. Now that you have spoken to the Black Knight, everybody else in the inn refuses to speak to you, and the innkeeper will give you no hospitality, so you decide to leave and invoke the portals.
Nice one.
And now I must wait.
Okay.
What's up with that?
Well, I've just invoked the portals to get away from that Bernie man.
Bernie Mac.
So where will I escape to? Gardens of Contemplation, Citadel of the Skull, Rainbow Inn or Sea of Glass. I kind of want to make another pass at the Palace of Flames, because I went down into the dungeons, but I could have gone up the staircase instead. So I'm going to go somewhere to just come back to the Palace of Flames, I think. So I'm just going to pop to the Gardens of Contemplation.
Yeah, just have a quick sniff of the flowers.
Yeah. So, bam. A new panorama opens up before you as you step from the portal into the Garden of Contemplation, so called because the greatest of sages, Veritigal, found that his finest thoughts and ideas came as he sojourned in these balmy glades. You sense that this is a place where the currents of green magic and blue magic mix and interweave. The rambling gardens have an unobtrusive order. The shrubs and flowers blend and complement each other, even though everything appears to have grown naturally from where the seed fell. The grass has been cropped short by goats, and you are looking down a natural avenue of trees towards a beautiful white summer house. A yellow paved path twists away towards a cosy-looking bower, where a seat festooned with honeysuckle nestles amid a circle of beech trees. Behind a screen of trees to your left, the merry tinkling of a fountain or stream forms a background to the bird calls. Beyond a line of trees to your right is a pretty thatched cottage. If your opponent's paragraph has the heading XFL, turn to that.
Nope.
But you don't. And has the code word Ursine been recorded?
No, it hasn't.
So there we go. And then I have to wait.
Okay, well, it's my turn to go off somewhere. I'm going to go to the Silvered Spires, because that was mentioned if I needed to cure the curse of the well, I needed to kill the fat verger of the Silvered Spires. So I'm going to go there.
Okay.
And let's see what's happening.
See what's at them Silvered Spires.
Yeah. So, number 7. Right, LPD. The sight which greets you as you step from the darkness of the portal is a stunning one. Tall spires glitter like steel in the afternoon sun. A white wall surrounds a small city built atop 2 green hills in the midst of rolling downland. The spires are the tallest buildings in the land, taller even than the tallest pines in the forest of Arden. People dressed in simple homespun come and go, young boys herd sheep towards the fleecing pens. If your opponent's paragraph is headed by LPD, which it isn't, turn to 47, otherwise ask whether your opponent has recorded the code word Maximus. No. So, if I wish to cast an ambuscade, I can record a code word.
Yes, I think it's probably cool if from now on you don't read those lines out.
Yeah, so we won't know.
So, because obviously now that you've written that, if I now see you write something down...
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to.
Okay, but from now on...
I'm going to keep that secret.
Yeah, just don't read it out.
And then I'll surprise it on you. So now I wait.
Okay. So, if you are still wondering at the tranquil beauty of the gardens, you may decide whether to sit in a bower to think, to stride out towards the white summer house, to go in search of the stream or fountain, or to enter the little thatched cottage on your right. Or you may wish to invoke the portals and leave this place. I think I am going to invoke the portals and leave this place. I'm going to go back to the Palace of Flames and try and do things right this time.
Okay.
I mean, that was my home, and I got burned there, and I'm like a pyromancer. Things are not going that well. This is the Palace of Flames again, 50 levels of brazen walkways which circle and intertwine around it as real as the hairs on my head, and all of that stuff. And so I'm back in my home stomping ground.
Does it feel good?
No, because I'm still burned from the last time I was here. But I am going to wait. It's your turn.
Good idea. Right. So I'm walking towards the Silver Spires. I meant to mention this picture actually, it's really cool. It looks a bit like the Disney Palace crossed with Arabian
Nights. It's really cool,
yeah.
I like
it's really cool.
I dig it.
So you pass beneath the city archway. The gates are flung wide and the guards pay you no attention. Will you visit the magnificent cathedral to the gods of good, or pay your respects at the court of the Round Table where the Knights Templar meet in council? If you are a white wizard, you may prefer to take the side gate into the city that leads to a monastic cell. If you prefer to invoke portals, you can leave. I'm not a white wizard, I'm a magician. So I think I'm going to go to the cathedral to pay my respects to the gods of good.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn to 87 and see what happens. Right, LPD.
Yep.
The cathedral is almost deserted, although 300 rows of empty pews stretch into the nave. The altar at the far end is draped in white. If you are a necromancer and have brought any zombies into the cathedral, they fall to the floor and are useless. Their souls have been liberated from their bodies and you must leave the corpses behind. There's something about code word, but I don't have that. So if you wish to pray, turn to 315. Or if you decide to walk out of the cathedral and invoke the portals, I can do all that. So I think I'm going to pray.
Going to pray?
Yeah, and see what happens.
Okay.
It could be good. I might get some sweet loot.
God loot,
exactly. So LPD again. You go down on bended knee before the silver cross on the altar. The silver cross! And pray.
That'll be a big silvered cross, though, on the altar, won't it? I mean, you're going to walk away with that on your back without anyone noticing?
If you are a pyromancer or a necromancer, you are tormented with shame at your evil ways. You lose 2 concentration points and leave the cathedral hastily to invoke the portals. Well, I'm not either of those, so I am not shamed. Otherwise, you feel uplifted. The gods of good see fit to bless you, and you may cast the lesser magic of bless once, anywhere, without using any concentration points.
Wow.
You leave the cathedral in high spirits and invoke the portals. Where will I go? That's pretty cool. So my options are the Sea of Glass, the Forest of Arden, the Rainbow Inn, or the Caverns of Perdition. Now, what is perdition?
Isn't that like a trial? A perdition is where you have to complete challenges and do it for a reason. Like, for example, to get your honour back or as punishment for something. Like a perdition is where you have to do something probably bad.
So like retribution.
No, not retribution. It's an act to cleanse, I suppose, or to forgive something that's happened.
It sounded really calm. Caverns of Perdition, but no.
It's going to be challenging. There's going to be challenges there.
I'm going to go back to the forest because there was another path I could have taken.
No,
and I got that cool book. So there might be some more cool stuff.
Yeah, you know what happens when you take the other route? You get burned alive by some poo that comes out of a chimney.
Right, so LDC. Portal disappears behind you and you find yourself surrounded by trees at the centre of a small clearing. So the forest is as it was before. So my options are still the same. I hear the tinkling of bells and piping of flutes. So this time I'm going to... Oh, I have to wait before I decide.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'm back in my Palace of Flames. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go down to the dungeons this time.
No.
All right. I'm going to take one of the wide staircases towards the state rooms, which is 116.
Ooh, the state rooms.
FXH, which you don't have.
Nope.
The long climb through the sweltering heat of the Palace of Flames soon has you dripping with sweat. You're about to mount yet another grand staircase when a strange bubbling and hissing attracts your attention in a large vestibule nearby. Have you recorded treaties?
Nope.
Okay. So I can wish to investigate the sounds of the bubbling and hissing, and in which case I have to wait and turn to a page. Or if I can prefer to leave the palace, and then I have to wait to invoke the portals. Well, I'm going to investigate this noise because that's my only option, and I can't believe that, there isn't something good in the Palace of Flames, my home. I can't believe there isn't something good for me here. So I am also going to wait, and could we round off episode 2 at that point?
Yes, I suppose so.
Seeing as I'm about to investigate some bubbling and hissing.
And I'm going to follow the tinkling of bells in the forest.
I thought you already followed that.
No, I had to wait and then choose.
No, I thought that's where all the nymphs and
No,
singers
that was
are.
the piping flutes.
Ah, so you've got tinkle of bells. So we're both going to wait. We're going to follow sounds. You're going to follow some bells, and I'm going to follow some bubbling and hissing.
Yeah,
and
I'm
sure it'll
finding
work out
you decreasingly attractive as my love interest because you're maimed and sweaty.
Hey now, I'm just sweaty. I'm not maimed. I've got a bit of soot on my face.
Yeah, but you've lost 6 life points.
Yeah, but I'm still beautiful. I'm beautiful. unless whatever's around this corner is going to
finish you off.
Which probably will, to be fair. I bet yours is going to be some sort of lovely little glade. You're going to get like 20 life points. And mine's going to be a massive lava snake, which is going to bite my face off. Tune into episode 3 to find out. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
This podcast, and others like it, is made possible thanks to our wonderful backers on Patreon. To support Big Punch Studios as we make comics like Afterlife Inc. and 7 String, games like Sandwich Masters, and podcasts like the one you've just been listening to, head on over to www.patreon.com/Big Punch Studios. For just $5 a month, Not only will you help make everything we do a reality, but we'll also send you 4 copies of Big Punch magazine a year. That's over 180 full-colour pages of comic action, featuring cuckoos, orb, 99 swords and catamaran, delivered straight to your door. This has been a Big Punch Studios production. For all things Big Punch, be sure to head on over to www.bigpunchstudios.com.